Promoting digital resources. Hello, my name is Louise Begley, and I'm the Bryan Station High School Library Media Specialist. Here on the screen, you can see my email address and my phone number and extension if you'd like to reach out and give me some feedback or have any questions. Today, we're going to talk about the digital resources and how to promote them. I've found a few ways that have worked for me and a few new ways that I hope to try. One of the first things is infographics. We've all used our infographics to talk about our statistics and what we're doing in the library, but why not use it to also promote our ebooks and our audiobooks? Some of the examples I found from other schools or other places is up in the left-hand corner. You can see that here they not only promoted how many books they have, but they told how many ebooks they have and their databases and how much they're used. And it also pointed out that, the library is available 24/7, and all of our libraries are also available 24/7. We just have to remind everyone that they are there for that use. In the left-hand corner at the bottom, you'll see an infographic I found on why use ebooks. And so some of the advantage that they talk about are their quick delivery, the variety, they're portable, they're interactive, especially our Lightbox books, and they're environmentally friendly, and they don't take up so much space. Interactive. Our Lightbox books are very interactive. A few years ago, our ninth grade teacher started using Night, the Lightbox book. They are able to use that in conjunction as a way to provide context before they get ready to read the story and during the story. Over on the right-hand column, you'll see that I created an infographic for library notes for October. It is a way that I'm going to use to promote our audiobooks, and I told or made a new video on how to use our audiobooks and where to find them. So the students will be able to click on that, and the teachers can share it through Canvas. Another way is our school-wide newsletter. I used to do a Library Media Center newsletter just from the Bryan Station Library, but that didn't work so well. So whenever we switched to academies and we then did a school-wide newsletter, providing my information through that way, I think has helped me reach a much broader audience through our school. So you can see here on the screen are a couple of ways that we've done that in the past. Every month I put something in there, and all teachers, all students, all parents get it. So it's a slideshow that they sent out to everyone. And so the Library Media Center always has a section in there. And on the left-hand corner, you'll see that I had promoted our audio and ebooks back into 2020. As I began doing this presentation, I really felt like I hadn't done enough to promote this in the past, and I was just looking for ways to do that. And as I began looking through things, I was like, oh, yes, I had done some of that. So I was able to go back and pull some of the things that I've already used and realize that it did help get some of the audiobooks and the ebooks read or used. Another way is the library website, and I really utilize my library website. You can see that this is a screenshot of a part of the library website. I always use our green buttons as our stationary. They stay stationary. They always stay there. When classes come in or teachers come in, students come in, I always train them that this is what it will be and where to find these resources. So I'm going to click on um, the page, and it will take you directly to our website. And you can see that here, I always keep this stationary. It's always going to be there so they can see it. They know that it's going to be here for them. If they need a database, it's going to be right there. They can click on it. If they want to search a book, they know where to search, and so forth. So They have the databases are here with the Gale databases. We have the Kentucky Virtual Library. I've put in the Sora link. That's in conjunction with the public library. And then over on the right hand side here, I've put a button for our ebooks, and it directly takes them to that section of Destiny Discover. All they'll have to do is log in. They also have our Lightbox books here. All they have to do is click on it, and then they can sign in to use them. So my library website really helps me promote our digital resources, especially our databases, and it gives them a way to find things quickly. The second part of our website, we kind of always focus on something for the month and feature something. And then the third part of the website, I always keep our videos there that I've created that are mostly used or most used for training purposes or in case they forget. I just had a student email me yesterday wanting to know something about the databases. And so even though it's fall break, I was able to send her an email back, send her a link to the video so that they can easily have that at their um, you know use. So that's our website, and I really use it a lot. Another way that we use our or promote our digital resources is through videos and collaboration. So when we first got our subscription to the Kentucky ebooks through Mac and Via, I went ahead and created a video that showed that they were new video or that they were new ebooks and new audiobooks because we'd never had a whole lot, and at that point we were able to get a whole bunch at one time. It shows how to use them, what they are, and so forth. And so that was sent out in conjunction with our English teachers. My English teachers really helped me a whole lot. They um, rely on me, and I rely upon them to get things promoted, and then our services. I'm always there for our students or our teachers. So thinking of that, I also made a slide and had it sent out and reminded teachers and students that as soon as we got the ebooks and I figured out that Mac and Via had an app in Canvas, I worked with our TRT and we were able to get, to make sure that that was in there, that they could, click on it and that it would be on the left-hand side for them to use. And so now I need to go back and maybe make a new video or do some more promotion because I had a teacher come in just on Friday of last week and they said, "Oh, yeah, I forgot that that's in Canvas." So that tells me that they've already forgotten about it. And so we need to go ahead and, make some changes there and republicize it. I also love to collaborate with our teachers. This past year, our sophomore English teachers, they did a unit on a science fiction short story. So they were doing some writing and some reading. So what we did is we used the science and context database through Gale, and they used that to do the research for their stories. And so I created a video here that went through their assignment. So I always like to get the assignment from the teacher or the PLC and use that to create the video and walk through the process in which I would also do if I were going to do the research and do the writing. So we created that video, and then I was thinking, oh, this would be a good way also to promote our ebooks and audiobooks. So I went in and created a slide with a sample of the science fiction books that we'd had through Mac and Via, and sent that out to the teachers and allowed them, asked them to put that in with their assignment of the science fiction unit. And so that was a way to get our students exposed to those books and, use it as an example, but hopefully they will do some pleasure reading there also. Oops. So also we have print promotions. And for digital, I wasn't thinking about this, but when I was doing some reading of some articles, I saw this in one of the articles. And they talked about using cubes or menus. So the cubes are, you can make those through Canvas or Adobe Express. And the one here on the left, it's, with words, and it talks about the materials that they would have and so forth, but you could focus on your digital materials. And then the one on the right was picture based. So after fall break, what I plan to do is to work with our student aides, and we're going to create some graphics of our digital resources, specifically our ebooks, audiobooks, and Lightbox books, and use some graphics from those. Tell some things about it on a portion of the cube. Place those on the tables. Hopefully, they will stay on the tables, and even if they're thrown around a lot, I know that as they're throwing them, they're going to be able to look at those. They're in there every morning. The students are just relaxing and chilling out before school starts, so that'd be a good way to get those things promoted. Then finally, for print promotions, it mentioned menus, and I'd never thought about it this way. I always use it at the beginning of school, telling what we've got, some of the new things for the teachers, the new things for the students. But why not use a menu to demonstrate what we have in digital resources? And this could be created and left by our check-in station, or at the circulation desk, or throughout the library, anywhere where we have pamphlets or other things that they could take with them and have it, on the go. So those are some things that perhaps we could use to do for promotion of our digital resources in through print. And then finally, I just want to share with you two articles that I had found. And the first one is 10 Ways to Promote eBooks and Audiobooks to K-12 Students. And this article is from the School Library Journal, and it was written in 2020. And it talks about, you know, different ways that we could use to promote things. And some of the things, we all already use, but maybe just thinking at it through the lens of our digital resources might change how we use those and how we promote those. Creating those connections, y- with our websites or with our Instagrams, accounts, and so forth. Take time to train everyone. I never really understood what an impact it made until we started training every class about, how to use Destiny Discover, even in high school. I always took for granted that they probably knew how to use that, but they may not have uh, used it a lot. So when they come to high school, we retrain them or go back over the things, and so that they know, where they can find those audiobooks, ebooks, how to hold those books, all those digital resources that we have. So that's what that article is about. And then the second article is called Promoting School Library Resources and Services with Today's Digital Tools. And so this was about 2018 when it came out. And so this talks about the different things, like the newsletters, the infographics, and some of the ideas that I got from here is what I put in the presentation. And honestly, you're already using these things. Just again, take it through the lens of it being, for your digital resources. Okay. So finally, future ideas. So one of my ideas in the future is to create an ebook club. We have every day we start our day off with a class we call Flex. And they can do a variety of things in there. And sometimes they might not have anything to do. So I thought about offering an ebook club. And so this might appeal to some of our students that really do like to read, online and just have never done it. So I want to be able to start this up hopefully as soon as possible. And if you have any ideas, I would greatly appreciate any thoughts or ideas that you have. If you've already done something like this, if it failed, or if it was, a success, or what you would do differently if you done it again. But any ideas would be greatly appreciated. So this comes to the end of my presentation. I hope that you have gained some some ideas, or if you've already been doing these things, maybe a way to make them better or to, restart doing them again. So if you have any questions, feel free to call me or to email me. But thank you very much for listening to my presentation.